And now, death saves the best for 3D. Or so he thought.
The Review Warrior.
So The Final Destination was once again directed by David R. Ellis and it stars Bobby Campo, Shantel VanSanten, Mykelti Williamson and Krista Allen. The film follows a group of people after they escape a deadly car accident during a stock car race, with death stalking and killing them one by one. Okay, so going into The Final Destination, this came out back in 2009 and it was apparently meant to be the last of the Final Destination franchise. And what better way to go out with it being in 3D? Except this film really wasn't that good, unfortunately. And I'll tell you why. First, I'm going to go into the acting. We've got Bobby Campo playing Nick. He's the one who has the vision this time. He's the one who has the premonition on the racetrack. There were moments where he wasn't that bad in the film. He was okay as Nick. I didn't think he was as good as Devon Sawa, AJ Cook, or Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Out of all the ones, I think he's the weakest. I mean, no offense to any of the actors who are in this film. He wasn't the best actor in the premonition group, unfortunately. I'm going to go into one of the actors, Nick Zano, playing Hunt. He's the one who gets his guts sucked out. I know that his character was meant to be the asshole of the group. I like when a character sticks to his guns, kind of plays the character well. But there are some times where I'm just like, alright dude, tone it down. Just tone it down a bit, alright? Normally I would give a shout out to a couple of actors. They'd have to be Mykelti Williamson and Krista Allen, who played George and Samantha. Or apparently in the credits, Krista Allen's called MILF, which I thought was a bit, not. You do find out that her name is Samantha Lane because you see it on a newspaper article when she dies. So yeah, some of the acting was a bit, it was a bit hit or miss in this one. I'm not gonna lie. Some actors were alright, some actors were not very good. And now we're gonna go into the deaths of the Final Destination. They were okay, but they were just so overdone with CGI. Like all this, that's a point I'm gonna get to in a minute. Don't you worry. The deaths were really let down by the overuse of CGI, and not in some of the other films practical effects were used, but in this one there was just such an overuse of CGI, it got on my nerves so quick. I might as well get into my gripes because the 3D in this film, even watching the film on Amazon Prime, I was just like, okay, that's enough 3D. We know you're in 3D. Just give it a rest. Like even the ending of the film. Again, spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Even the final shot of the film has one more 3D thing, and it got on my friggin' nerves. When it finished, it was like, here you go, one more thing, credits, have that. Oh my god. Whose idea was it to make Final Destination in 3D? I just want to talk. In some of the scenes where Nick imagines all the deaths that are going to happen, the CGI is horrible. The bloody 3D overused, and oh my god! You could tell that this was in 3D's heyday back in 2009 when all of the films were in 3D. You had Avatar, Bolt, Monsters vs. Aliens. Every film was in the trend of 3D. And it shows. I mean, the 3D was popular from 2008 to kind of 2023, I want to say, because lately there haven't been many good 3D films out. Let alone no 3D films at all recently. And there's one thing that I noticed. There was a massive glaring problem for me. Where in the opening premonition, when the car drives away, when it slides on the oil, you can hear a dolphin chirping. I was just like, what the bloody hell was that? When it happened, I was just like, hey? Like, so many random sound effects, so much bad CGI, so much awful 3D moments, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't get to see it at the cinema because, yeah, it's not the best. Although I do have one thing I do like about this film. That's the premonition at the cinema when he's trying to save him. When I think it was Lovelace dying, But in the credits, it credits it as The Long Kiss Goodnight with Samuel L. Jackson and Gina Davis. Having the explosion at the cinema and in the mall as well, that bit was good. I'm not gonna lie, that bit was pretty cool. And when you see Nick trying to extinguish the fire at the end, it was actually quite intense. Shame it's in a bad film like this one. But anyway, I think that's it for this review. I've got nothing else to say about the Final Destination, so you know what time it is.
Verdict time.
So in the end, the Final Destination wasn't the best. I think it's the worst out of all the Final Destination films. The acting was okay from some, awful from others. It has such an overabundance of 3D, like it started to get really, really annoying after a while. And all the CGI effects were awful, but it was saved by the cinema scene. I think should have been the opening premonition, personally, you know, to kind of tie in with 3D. That would have been a perfect idea, but like Final Destination 3, this is what we got, unfortunately, but this is worse. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to give the Final Destination a D+.
Well, that was a load of shit.
I was going to give it an F at first, but I thought with the bit at the end at the cinema, and I do kind of like the way it ends, you know, with the twist saying, what if us being in the coffee shop right now was the plan from the beginning? That was a spoiler, I know, by the way, don't worry. Next up, last one before Final Destination Bloodlines, we have Final Destination 5. So the Final Destination, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what is your favourite death out of all the Final Destination films? Whatever it is, comment below. Let me know what you think. So anyway, I've been the Review Warrior. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next review. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the review. Any recommendations, just comment below and let me know. Remember to like and subscribe.